I always try to get a good shot of you, and it's almost impossible.
You're such a We're not all Kid Motor, right?
I'll just delete these now.
Yeah, okay. Right now, we are on our way down to Little Italy. And if you've never been to Little Italy in San Diego, I'm gonna give you a little history lesson. In the early 1900s, the Italians had a thriving tuna industry. And they used that tuna industry to not only create commerce and create businesses, but also create a very special place. And that special place is Little Italy. But it's in the center of downtown San Diego in an area that actually, from the 1950s all the way to the 2000s, was a little bit shady. It was a place that was overlooked. But just like the rest of downtown San Diego, it's gone through a massive gentrification. This is an area of land that is less than 0.1 square miles. But there is more wealth contained in those city blocks than most of all of Southern California per capita. I mean, it is absurd how much wealth is in this area. And so, though this small little tuna fishing town started from very humble means, it's now a place that this new listing on 1929 Columbia that we just put on the market for $13 million doesn't seem out of place. Because when you're in Little Italy, it means you are cool, you are hip, you are successful, and you're probably wealthy. And so today we're gonna go look at a property that my partner Prem Advani and I are putting on the market. And when you buy this 2-story penthouse for $13 million, you get to buy the entire building. So today we're at one of the most expensive properties in downtown San Diego as far as a penthouse, but that's not really a good measure of it because it's not actually a penthouse, it's a whole building plus a penthouse.
That's exactly right, Seth.
Tell me about this thing.
This thing is stunning. Not only do you get the income from the 17 units that it soars above, but you have an almost 7,000 square foot penthouse that's comprised of a ton of indoor and outdoor space, outdoor gardens, and finished to the nines.
When you think about 13 million bucks, right? It could be an old school apartment building in the middle of Riverside that looks like the place where dreams go to die. 13 million could be an oceanfront building, but the funny thing about luxury real estate is when you spend that $13 million, that's all lifestyle. This is interesting because it's both an investment that brings you all this income, but the owner of this apartment building gets this unique penthouse that really has never been replicated.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. This is unique. You get a great investment in an A-class location right here in Little Italy, just a stone's throw away from some of the best bars, restaurants, and nightlife around. But you also get to own one of the nicest penthouses that there is to own in San Diego, probably, Southern California.
This is crazy because it breaks every mold. This is a sexy apartment building done to a super high architectural degree. Who's the buyer for this?
That's a good question, Seth. I think we're gonna find out over the next couple months. Honestly, I think the buyer's gonna be someone that has a desire to make money on their money, but they also want something to call home, whether that's their first home, their primary residence, or a second home, third home, fourth home, fifth home, and they live, wherever in the world that they call home. This is gonna be their pied à terre when they're in San Diego. And that, I think, is the buyer. Someone that's gonna use this occasionally and enjoy it when they're here, but get the income when they're not.
When I walk into this property, every time I go, it's probably someone famous, it's probably someone cool. You don't buy this because you're a square. You buy this because you're a pop star, a rock star, a movie star, maybe a real estate person who made all their money in mobile home parks and, Super 8 motels, but they finally are at that wealth status where they said, you know what, I want something like you said, that's an homage to all this success that I've created.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. That's exactly who the buyer is.
And
we'll get to meet those people, and I think they will be super cool.
So, okay, what are we doing today? We're doing a photo shoot, right?
We're doing a photo shoot today, and we're gonna learn about how to attract those buyers to this property.
Hello, you want to take a look over here? Hello, your number one fear.
So we already did the day shoot around noon today, so now I'm doing the walkthrough for the twilight shoot to see what we want to reshoot for twilight. Check for lamps, see if we got lights working. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. I may not come back into the secondary because we did get it during the day, and the primary spaces on this house are significant. So we'll probably spend all of our time up there working on it. Yeah, there's no reason to shoot these secondaries down here. They're going to be identical left to right. So head back upstairs and focus on the money shots.
Dripping off the
sales at J Brown sales. You can't stop the rock until the rock roll over you. But this is overdue.
We gotta check all the lights in every square inch. We're gonna need as many lights as we can to supplement this fire area, keep this transition nice and lit well. And it looks like all the lights are on this one. Maybe not. Spoke too soon. This one's outside the term all, so we're gonna check it out and find out what's going on with it.